To make you aware, this podcast will contain conversations around mental health and well-being and could include issues of a sensitive nature. This is a podcast from Torfaen Talks CIC. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Torfaen Talks CIC podcast.
Hello, and we're not really sure what episode number this is anymore, so we're just going to carry on and say it's episode whatever.
It's episode whatever. We're saying it's the latest episode. But in this episode, we have lots going on. It's been a busy month.
Can I just say one thing? It's been a busy bugger of a month.
It's been a busy bugger of a month. It really has.
It's a throwback.
It's a throwback to the first episode there, guys, if you've listened from the beginning. So it's been a busy bugger. So we've got some exciting news coming up.
We have.
We've been to Heritage Day in Blaenavon, which was a wonderful full-day event.
Awesome, that was.
We've also been to Blaenavon's Family Fun Day.
Yes.
Which is the most well-organised...
Oh, my word.
Indoor event I think I've ever been to.
Yeah.
You've been out on the road, Patrick.
Yeah, talking with Kay and Alid from Torfaen World and interviewing Alid while he's having an ice bath.
Which is not a sentence I think you would have ever said.
I don't think I've ever said that sentence.
But I can
order.
admire anyone that can hold an interview while being in an ice bath. That really does take the biscuit, doesn't it?
We've also got some very big news, and it's about a collab with Garnsucken Partnership.
It is. We have a collaboration with the Garnsucken Partnership in relation to a project, Community Champions.
Yes, Agents of Change.
Agents of Change. I absolutely love Agents of Change. I think just sums up the film Men in Black for me.
And the fact of the matter, it gives me a chance to go, Agents of Change!
I know!
Yeah.
You and your voiceovers.
It's what I live for, really. But the project itself is pretty incredible. If you want to know more, let's hear from Richard from Garnsucken Partnership.
What we're looking to do is build on a lot of the great work that's already out there being delivered by our partner organisations. We're looking for volunteers who live in the community, who can deliver the support that's required, where it's needed, when it's needed. That support will address the specific needs of the community. The main aim is to improve the health, well-being and vitality of our local communities. But we know that people are busy and there's lots of things going on in everyone's lives. We're not asking people to commit huge amounts of time to this. It's basically about ensuring that there's support available where it's needed, when it's needed. First step is just contact Garnsucken Partnership. We'll then arrange to meet with you and discuss it all, tell you how it works, how the programme will be set up. If you're interested then, we'll get you involved, we'll link you up with other champions. Part of it is we'll work it out between us, how it's going to work.
Find us on social media at Torfaen Talks CIC. For more details about what we do, look on our website, torfaentalkscic.org.uk. So that was the lovely Richard there from Garnsucken Partnership answering some of the questions that have already been asked about community champions. So if you feel there is any more questions that you would like answered, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. Or if you are interested in becoming a community champion, aka
An Agent of Change,
then if you want to become an agent of change, then here are the details. Get in touch with Garnsucken. They are also on their socials.
The landline, if you want to give them a call, is 01495 774453 or email info@garnsucken.org.uk, and as you said, on social media too, on Facebook and Instagram also.
Fantastic. It really is amazing project, guys. And if you, like me, I get asked at least 3 or 4 times a week something about the community of where do I go for this? Where can I go for that? Can you help me with this? Which is fantastic. But I think that is what makes you an agent of change. So if you get asked those questions all the time, you can equally have support with that. And that's what Garnsucken is about, helping those people that get asked those questions all the time and supporting them with it, as well as the lovely Torfaen Wellbeing Friends.
And of course, you could also then be in Agent of change. Right, what else have we been up to this month? It's been busy. It really has.
It's been busy. We've got Heritage Day coming up, and I know you've
Yes.
got some interviews with Ashley from the Hub.
Ashley, and also talking with one of the ladies who was part of the bunting, which was throughout the town.
Absolutely incredible. If anyone went to the World Heritage Day in Blaenavon, then to walk into the town and see the bunting that people and the community had made was absolutely incredible. I think we just take it for granted that, you know, everything just pops up and looks lovely, but it doesn't, you know. So many hours went into making that bunting from the Blaenavon local community. And good shout out really to Amy Evans and to Corey Parry as well, the capacity builders, who put all those things together as well, because it did take a lot of organising to put together. Also, the lovely Maya, I believe, was involved in that as well, from the THP. So literally the whole of Blaenavon came together. There would be too many people to shout out, to be fair. But that's coming up a little bit later, because we didn't really get a chance to record anything at Blaenavon Family Fun Day. But what a really well organised Family Fun Day.
Wow. Without being, you know, any kind of level of sass against any other events, this was next level organisation.
It really was.
It really was.
It really was. And for an indoor event, and for it to have so many activities go on.
Yes.
It blew my mind, really, because there was inflatables, there was people telling stories, there was balloons going on, there was a boot camp going on, there was skateboarding.
There was also Bluey too.
Oh, yes!
Bluey.
Yeah. So there was characters turning up. There was a lot of adults running for their lives when these characters turned up, and some children too, bless them. But a lot of them were really pleased to see them, weren't they? And because we were right by where the families were signing in for the day. And it was a free event, which I think is incredible. But when they were signing in, the little girl looked up and saw Minnie Mouse, and I thought, oh my God, her face just lit up. And I thought, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So it was really incredible. So well done for Blaenavon for putting that event together. The amazing Susie Sorby, which I just enjoy saying her name. It's delicious as a name. So shout out to her as well. Like I said, and I told her, it's a very well organised event, and we hope to be at the next ones. But yeah, so here is to another amazing day.
Event,
I can say that because I know you were involved.
Yeah.
So Patrick was part of the volunteering to help
for the Heritage Day with all the promotion and everything. Anything anybody ever saw on social, that was me.
Yay! So here you are at the Heritage Day. So wibble, wibble, wibble to that time.
It's Heritage Day 2024, Saturday afternoon. The crowds are building. There's been lots of music and events. There's lots of lovely food and stalls around here as well. And the parade is about to begin. So it's Heritage Day 2024. Saturday afternoon. The parade has just gone down Broad Street, and I'm surrounded by lots of people, plus all the bunting. Now, a couple of weeks back, we caught up with the team that's part of the bunting. So I've come to Bethlehem Chapel today. It's before the event itself. There's lots of fabric around. Can you tell me a little bit more about what we're doing here today?
Okay, so we are creating street decorations for Blaenavon World Heritage Day. So we are making hundreds and hundreds of meters of bunting in different forms. We've got triangular bunting and ragged bunting to make the streets festive for the event. All of the fabric you see here is upcycled and reused, so it would have otherwise gone to waste. It's been saved basically, donated from some of the residents as well from Blaenavon. It all looks very pretty, but it's actually, you know, old clothes, old bedding, or tablecloths and tea towels, everything like that, and it's all been sewn together to create these lovely decorations. So we've had 6 or 7 community workshops. 6 or 7? 7 community workshops.
Amy's holding her hands up and going 7. And it's like, it's okay, you can talk, Amy. It's okay, it's fine, it's all right. I think Amy does want a cup of tea too. So 6. No, I'm all right, thank you. So this is the final bunting workshop, isn't it, today?
Final one. So obviously the event's on the 29th. So we've had our lovely participants working hard, cutting out a triangle after triangle, so obviously you've got thousands and thousands of them. I have a workshop as well, so there's just stacks and stacks of
Wow.
piles of bunting. Obviously there's a lot to decorate, all the railings, lamppost to lamppost across Broad Street, but it's actually been really lovely. It's not just, you know, cutting out triangles, it actually creates a lovely community spirit as well, which is what festival is all about, isn't it?
And of course this year, with the Heritage Day itself, the theme is...
The theme is habitat and happiness, so it's about how we affect our environment and how the environment affects us. I think it's actually more to do with the immediate environment, so in Blaenavon as well. But that is sort of the repurposing and recycling of the fabrics is sort of a little offshoot of that concept to care for what we throw away, how we can reuse things and be more sustainable and environmentally friendly.
How many... this is going to be a question. How much bunting do you think you've done? Because I can see you're on the sewing machine now today, so for kind of putting all the bunting together on the it's not string, is it? What is this?
No, this is herringbone sort of tape.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a strong, kind of like a ribbon to attach it all to. But it's not just me sewing. We have other community groups.
And a local seamstress as well.
Yeah.
Oh, look, okay. Wow. Yeah.
That help, and so we need all hands on deck. We were asked to do a mile long,
Right.
but that's quite impossible with the time we had. A mile is 1,600 and something meters.
Right.
So
yeah.
So we've probably done maybe close to about 500 meters.
That's still a lot, because if you think of how many, the size of each bunting across a metre, that's probably, I'm trying to do math quickly, there's about 4 per metre. So if you've done about 500, that's about 2,000.
If you say so, yeah, that's a lot.
So 500 metres. So when people look up now in Blaenavon, that's all the result of everybody's hard work here.
Yeah. And usually you don't really think about those sort of things when you go to events. Like, it's all pretty and decorated, but you don't actually think like, oh, who's actually put in all this work? But it's nice because everybody comes together on the day, but then in the lead up to it, everybody, that's part of the event, is the lead up and everybody coming together to work on things as well. So it's all attached to the event. It's not just the event itself.
Thank you for talking to me today.
Thank you.
So there's been lots of work with Heritage Day in the last couple of months, and in talking about the organisation of this event, let's talk with Ashley from the Hub. We're in the relative calm of HQ, also known as the Hub, on Broad Street in Blaenavon. It's Heritage Day. It's calm, it's quiet in here, isn't it, Ashley?
It is, unlike the rest of the day, which has been somewhat manic, but wonderfully manic, because we've had so many people here today and the day has been absolutely fantastic, but it is nice to have a little bit of peace for a few minutes.
It's been quite a few months in the planning, isn't it, today?
Yes, so we've been planning World Heritage Day since February, where we were lucky enough to get funding from Shared Prosperity Fund, and we were able to get a team of around 20 people to come and help us develop the day, which was critical. And we've got volunteers and organisations supporting us, young volunteers, youth ambassadors, which, you know, has enabled us to put on the day that we've got today. So it's taken some months, but we've got there in the end.
How would you measure success for today?
I think the success ultimately is in the people that have turned out. We've had a parade that's been bigger than years and years. We've had thousands of people come to see that. We've had more stalls than ever. And most importantly, everybody is smiling. And what more could I ask for?
That's the best measure of success, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. I just want people to be happy.
So also with the hub, tell me a little bit more about the digital charter.
The digital charter is our brand new project funded through lottery, and it is simply to encourage people to be positive about our town and the people in it in Blaenavon, positive on their social media and online, and to share the positivity and the great things that are happening in Blaenavon right now. The charter is really, really simple. All you've got to do is sign up to it with your name, literally, that's all we need, and then post on your social media something positive about Blaenavon using our hashtags digital positivity, wellbeing to heritage, and digital champion.
Perfect, thank you, Ashley.
No problem.
It's Heritage Day 2024. We're in Broad Street. The parade has happened. It's been busy. Lots of people. It's good to see that Blaenavon is back after a couple of years away with pandemics and everything else. Lots of music, lots of events still to come this afternoon here. And I'm looking forward to 2025.
If you'd like to be involved in the podcast, please message or voice note on WhatsApp. Our number is 07851 138 610. Well, that was a lot.
There was, wasn't it?
I don't even think we've recovered from that day.
No, I haven't.
We had so many fantastic people come up to us and talk to us about the project. They were always shocked that we're voluntary when we're doing this.
I'm shocked too.
I'm shocked, yeah.
Yeah.
So many lovely people coming up and just really cheering us on to say, good for you doing this in your spare time, and well done for talking about mental health and well-being, because people don't talk about it enough.
No, that's right, they don't.
So it really was great how many people not only just took a leaflet or a pen, I'd be there for the pens too, but they were wanting to have a conversation about it while taking a leaflet, and I think that's a nice part about it. And again, it was lovely just to meet up with all the other great organisations that are in Torfaen.
Yeah, and parade as well, which you would have heard. That was just incredible. It's my first Heritage Day. Now, you've done Heritage Day before.
I'm an old school girl at the Heritage Day.
Yes, because Heritage Day next year is 25 years.
Yes.
But it used to be something else before that, didn't it?
Because I'm from Blaenavon originally. You had lots of different names, but it was like Oldie Worldy Day, All American Day.
Yeah, you said about it, yeah.
But it was a full day of parades, floats that used to be on the back of lorries and stuff. I'm talking old school.
Yeah.
There was no health and safety back then.
Oh, no.
But you would all dress up. I remember having some amazing costumes when I was younger. I remember dressing up as a lion tamer. But even, before The Greatest Showman was a huge success. I was out there doing that. I remember my cousin dressing up as a Beatrix Potter mouse, and I remember me and her dressing up as Bart and Maggie Simpson from The Simpsons, obviously. But some incredible outfits, and just the whole town coming together, and it really felt it. But it really felt like Blaenavon came together on that World Heritage Day, and it was really lovely to see, from the parade and all the organisations being there. I know Shining Stars was putting on
the rugby
the
club
singing,
there as
the
well,
rugby
the football
club, Blaenavon Male Voice Choir, all of it. Just to know that literally is just on the doorstep. All of that stuff and all that information and all of that joy, really, that you can have from local group. It was just lovely. I'm so proud of my town. So it was amazing for everybody to come together.
I have been non-stop for the last few weeks.
Yes.
Here, there and everywhere.
But in this heat,
Oh, yeah.
And this was your chance to cool down.
Yeah.
Because I know that Kay almost was trying to get you in that ice bath.
Yeah, but I had other things to go on to. I've been so busy, just haven't stopped. This is us in Polarity Wellbeing Centre with Aled in an ice bath.
In Cambran.
In front of me, to show the scene, to describe it, there are 4 steel baths. Would that be correct, Aled?
Absolutely, that is correct, filled with very cold water.
Today, you're going to go in there, but can you tell us a little bit about the benefits of these baths?
Yes, of course. I mean, cold water is something that is growing quite rapidly in this research, and there's still a lot of things we're hoping to be proved. But in terms of what we do know, cold water can be a great sort of reset for the body. It can help with managing and reducing inflammation. So for people who may struggle from chronic pains and inflammation, things such as arthritis, it can really help ease and manage those symptoms. There's a real release of endorphins, so the feel-good hormones. So if perhaps we're feeling a little bit low, a little bit lethargic, it can really help sort of shift our central nervous system into a lot more of its sympathetic mode. And there's a whole host of things in terms of we're hoping to see continue to be supported with research, sort of hormone balancing, and a lot of positive things for the future. So I mean, the main thing with cold water is we say it's a great tool that can be used, and obviously it's something we can access here in Wales quite often.
Yeah, because a lot of people do the cold water swimming, don't they?
Yes, absolutely. We're very fortunate. We've got lots of, obviously, we've got Keeper's Pond, and we've got great charities such as Tidy Butt who do community swims up there. And it's great to see a lot of these cold water centres. I mean, today we're here at Polarity Wellbeing Centre, so they have these cold water immersion tubs with chillers. So it's great to see there's these natural options, which obviously we need to be very safe and cautious. Obviously really good to do it with guided groups. And then we've got these closed centres, which are even safer to have a go.
Today, I've got a really good excuse. I've got a meeting to go to afterwards, but we're going to be having a chat to you as you go in. You have to wait 45 seconds, isn't it?
Yes, well, we normally say to people when they first get in, there's a wave, 30 to 45 seconds in terms of sensation, where it can feel a little bit overwhelming, but if we focus on our breath, it eases. So just for the listeners out there, I wouldn't be able to say much for 45 seconds, but hopefully I'll be able to communicate to some degree in a moment.
So you should Aled from Celt before he goes in, and we'll shortly catch up with him when he is in. Aled has now immersed himself into the water. I am going to come up a little bit closer because, I watch myself on the decking. Don't slip and don't fall in either. So, Aled, now this may be a silly question, but what's the temperature? Is that 6 degrees?
Yes. So the benefits for cold water, it's agreed that around 15 degrees and below is where the benefits kick in. So it doesn't need to be on 0 or 1 degree. So around 6 degrees is a nice sort of moderate temperature to get all the benefits, but still allow us to have these opportunities to practice our breathwork.
How long should you stay in these for?
So what research has shown is 11 minutes over the period of a week in total is where research is showing there's a lot of the benefits before they start to curve out. In terms of individual sessions, it's really important to focus on the safety. So for the first session for someone, even if they could only just get in, dip their legs into it and get back out, that's a big achievement. So what we normally say to people is if they can experience the sensation of the wave easing after about 45 seconds, 1 to 2 minutes for the first go is great, but to go by how they feel. Our bodies continue to cool for about 10 minutes after leaving the tub, so we shouldn't push ourselves to be going to a point where we feel we desperately need to get out, because we'll still continue to cool. 1 to sort of 2-3 minutes building up is a great session, and then if people want to do more throughout the week, that's perfect, then they can build on that. But unfortunately, obviously with cold water, there is a time where things become unsafe, so it's important to never push too hard.
You've been in and now kind of looking probably about 2 minutes so far. Yeah. How long have you got left in there? Not I'm going to keep you in there for long.
Yeah, hopefully I'm not going to be in there for 20 minutes talking. I would be very silent after a while. So for myself today, I find personally, after about 18 months of doing it, 4 to 5 minutes allows me to access the benefits, enjoy the session, but without pushing it too far, then it becomes unmanageable.
And when you come out of there now, what will actually happen with you? Will you have like a blanket or anything else like that?
What we do is we rewarm slowly. So we'll get out the tubs, we'll do some gentle movement, encouraging the circulation in the body, allowing the blood to flow. Kay will guide us through that, and then we'll towel ourselves off. It's important not to rush the change in temperature. So we'll just gently move, keep ourselves warm, and then when we're ready, get changed. So it's a very gradual control.
And finally, if people want to come down here and take part, how do they go about that?
Absolutely. So through Torfaen Works, so these projects are for anyone who is looking to get back into work or sustain it. Torfaen Works encompasses both Celt Plus, Communities for Work, Multiply and the Inspire projects. They're welcome to come and join us on Tuesday mornings between 9:30 and 11:30. The Polarity Wellbeing Centre offers sessions throughout the week, evenings, mornings and weekends, and those guys are able to accommodate significantly more sessions. So for us at Torfaen Works, anything to do with employability, Tuesday morning, 10 till 12. Sorry, 9:30 to 12, 11:30.
I think it's understandable, really. You're not probably cognizant because I know I wouldn't be in there at the moment. So I'll let you get out of that now.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you.
So we're still in Polarity Wellbeing Centre in Cwmbran. We've just seen Aled go into the tubs. Kay, how come you didn't go in there?
There's always got to be somebody on the side making sure everybody's all right. So we won't both go in together. There's always got to be somebody here to check on everybody and the timing, if they're doing okay, whether they go into any sort of shock, hypothermia, that sort of stuff. There's always got to be somebody here on the side.
Yeah.
So today it was Aled going in.
he had just short straw. The weather today it's not cold, it's not really sunny, but it's kind of, I suppose it is perfect weather for this, isn't it?
It is. What I found, when it was colder, I find it easier to go in the tub because my body temperature's already cooler.
Okay.
When it was a hot day, you're warmer and you're going into the tub then. That's me personally. I struggled with that a little bit more. Yeah. So if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's more of a shock to the system, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah. Tell me, what else do you do across Torfaen?
I'm the wellbeing officer, so I do gym sessions in Blaenavon. We do the outdoor street gym in Blaenavon, and then we've got Pontypool Leisure Centre. I do a spin class there and a gym class. We've got walking groups going on. We've got mindfulness going on. I'm in the gym in Cwmbran Stadium as well, alongside this. So we do loads of different things. Through the summer now we've got climbing, paddleboarding, caving, all going on through the summer as well.
Hang on, paddleboarding, yeah, I can kind of get, but caving, where's that happening?
I think it's towards Langorse because
nice.
Aled has sorted that side. I'm not doing the caving. I'm on holiday when that's happening. So there's lots of different things. Just to be able to push us a little bit out of our comfort zone and experience new things that perhaps people wouldn't get to normally experience. So it'd be fun summer.
Yeah, so how can people get involved? I know there's criteria, isn't there?
Yeah, there is criteria. We are an employability service at the end of the day, and we're looking to help people eventually get back into work. Aled is slightly different because he can work with people who are working skills. But if you pop into the Torfaen Works shop in Cwmbran, you can access both services through there, or you can message the Facebook page. There's Torfaen Works Facebook page, there's Celt Facebook page, and Communities for Work Plus. So we've all got Facebook. Just drop us a message on there and you can get in touch with us.
Okay, thank you.
That's okay, no problem. Thank you, Patrick.
What I'm going to do though as well, because the water is 6 degrees now, I can't really tell you on a podcast how that feels, apart from it's cold. But we're going to have a little dip in our hands into the tub, right? I need to put my foot in it. I can't. I've got my trainers on. That's quite cold. I'll be honest, that is cold. So thanks to Aled here today at the Polarity Wellbeing Centre.
Find us on social media at Torfaen Talks CIC. For more details about what we do, look on our website, torfaentalkscic.org.uk. So as you can hear, guys, there is so much going on in Torfaen for your health and well-being overall, so your physical health and your mental health. My goodness. Aled, ice bath, I hope you've got a nice warm robe now and you're nice and toasty and nice and warm. But also the wonderful Kay as well. I've had the pleasure of working with Kay before, and my goodness, does she know her stuff.
She does. Yeah,
I have been to her fitness classes, and my goodness, when she's counting down, she doesn't get to 1 easy. Oh no, she just keeps going 2, 2, 2, 1. Yes, I remember because she used to do Zumba classes and kettlebell classes. I know she still does these classes, but in different varieties. But I had the unfortunate thing of wearing thermal leggings to her exercise class.
What?
She's hardcore. Hardcore. I needed to go in an ice bath after that. I went to a kettlebells class in thermal leggings. It was the worst decision I ever made. Mainly because I just think I was so tired, I just didn't even notice what leggings I was putting on. But please don't make that mistake, guys. Should be a little warning there for that. Do not do that. But equally, do and then have an ice bath. Maybe that's the way round to do things.
That could be one solution, but we don't condone this kind of wearing thermal leggings while doing exercise.
Just to recap, we've talked about our exciting news about Gansec and Partnership and the amazing project of the Community Champions. So
Agents of Change.
Agents of Change. To do that. So if you do want to get involved in that, then please drop us a message or drop Gansec and Partnership a message. We also then went back in time and went to the World Heritage Day.
Yes.
And discussed the Blaenavon Family Fun Day. And then we've now just heard from the lovely Kay and Alid from Torfaen Works at
Polarity Wellbeing Centre.
Yes, so we went there with the ice baths and talked about exercise, and so that's Kay and Alid from the wonderful Torfaen Works that do lots of amazing activities, and they deal with you if you're employed or if you are employed as well, which I don't think is pushed enough for people to know that about that service. Have a little look at their information as well. But thank you so much for listening, everyone.
If you want to be on this podcast, please do. We'd love to hear from you to talk about your experiences with wellbeing and mental health, or maybe your memories of Blaenavon, of Pontypool, of Cwmbran. Cwmbran is celebrating an anniversary this year as well.
They are indeed.
If you want to become part of this podcast, please get in touch on social media. You can find us Torfaen Talks CIC, also on the website, which is torfaentalkscic.org.uk. Plus, beneath this podcast description, you'll see our WhatsApp number too.
You leave us a message that we can speak out your message onto the podcast, or if you feel brave enough, because a lot of people don't like doing this, is leaving a voice note. So that would be incredible if we do.
We want to hear from
Not
you.
unless you're my friend Suzanne, who leaves me 16-minute voice messages.
We want your message as well, Susan.
I feel at this point, I think Messenger got in touch with her and she has to finish before 10 minutes now.
Do they stop?
It's 9 minutes 50 and it literally cuts her off. So get in touch with us, but don't leave us a voice note over 10 minutes. You know, we're just trying to encourage everyone to talk about their mental health and well-being. And for mental health not just to be something we all eye roll at or feel scared of. We all have mental health. It's just some days are better than others for everyone. So it's just a case of normalising talking about it. So when people are having a rough time or having a bad day, they can just open up and talk about it before it becomes this internal thing that doesn't get talked about, and then it turns into something much deeper and darker, and that is not something that we want. This is all about prevention of getting to those deeper, darker places.
With that, I think we're done for this
It's
episode.
cheerio for now.
It's cheerio, yeah. So
Catch you soon. Bye, everyone.
we'll catch you soon.
If you'd like to be involved in the podcast, please message or voice note on WhatsApp. Our number is 07851 138 610. This is a podcast from Torfaen Talks CIC.